refused to call a national inquiry for missing and murdered Aboriginal women. Can you tell us if this report will change the government's view on that?
Well, first of all, Evan, I just want to say that our government takes issues against serious crime against Aboriginal women and girls, and all women and girls across Canada, very seriously.
An inquiry into missing and murdered Aboriginal, indigenous women. You rejected that in the past.
Yeah.
There seems to be some indication that your government may be at least considering some form of formal inquest or inquiry or investigation.
It isn't really high on our radar, to be honest, Peter.
We had a room full of family members that had an unlimited amount of time to speak and to tell us what they think and tell us what they want. And of all the family members that were there, only one family member at the end of at the end of speaking said that she wanted a national inquiry. The rest of them wanted Canadians to know who their loved ones were and wanted justice.
You and I both know if you want to trot out who wants a national inquiry, I could trot out dozens and dozens of First Nations chiefs. I've had many of them on the program, including the head of the AFN formerly, and all the candidates, and the new head of the AFN. Also, the national chief also wants it. So we know that there's a huge cry for this. The report says there's underlying factors of discrimination they have to be addressed. So there's another. They're talking about your government has, and the Prime Minister said this is about crime.
We should not view this as sociological phenomenon. We should view it as crime.
But these are talking about underlying factors. Those are critical. How does the government plan to address those factors?
Well, it is also about crime, and as many people that you can get that want a national inquiry, there's as many people that don't want a national inquiry. There are 40 reports sitting on a shelf.
Sorry, with all due respect, in terms of leadership within the AFN, you and I both know that's not true. Most of the chiefs, and I've talked to them, most of them want one. I can't count. I mean, I don't know how many don't want a national inquiry. How many can you name?
Well, I don't know why they want a national inquiry, because the action plan is exactly what it says. It's action. And every single thing we do for Aboriginal women and girls, the NDP and the Liberals vote against it. Since we were elected, we passed 30 criminal justice and public safety bills that had stiffer penalties for sexual assault, for murder, for kidnapping, for mandatory sentences. And the opposition voted against that too. So we're the government that's actually doing something for women and girls.
If this report is saying that the police aren't doing the job, it wouldn't be about tougher legislation. They're pointing out one of the factors here is enforcement, and that would be a discrimination and racism issue. When you hear a report like that, is that a reason to hold a national inquiry to get at maybe that you may have the laws, but if they're not being enforced properly, that puts women in danger?
Well, Evan, I think we have to remember also that the missing and murdered women span over, I think it's around 30 years or so, and the RCMP report that came out addressed the issue that of the 1,250 missing and murdered Aboriginal, I believe there's 250 that remain unsolved. So they've done a good job, I think, in my opinion, and also in that report, in solving the cases and getting to the bottom of it and finding the perpetrators of it.